What is going on, guys? Lixer Gaming here, and welcome to Let's Try Saucy Suitors. Now, this is a game by Odd Lasdo, and I saw it on Itch.io, and immediately was like, I can date sauces. There's something beautiful about that. And the mouse is a little ketchup bottle. So we're gonna give this a shot, because like, why not? Why not? I can also already tell you, this is my favorite sauce. A little bit of sriracha with mustard as a second. So just saying, that's who I'm leaning towards. This one's absolutely out. I hate mayonnaise, but let's seduce us some sauces. Would you like to read the author's notes before beginning? Sure. Thank you for downloading Saucy Suitors. Playing alpha version released on the 8th. Contains one of 6 romance roads. Okay. Oh, soy sauce gets to be first. Okay. We get our soy boy. Soy boy. Okay. It's okay. There's a walkthrough, but we're not going to do a walkthrough. Try playing... Choosing a different recipe? What? Okay. Anyway, thanks for reading. Alright, alright. So we get to date Soy Boy. At least it's not Mayonnaise Boy. It's a beautiful March day in Playa Clara, a tourist destination on the sunny coast of Florida. A cool breeze blows in from the ocean, ruffling the palm trees, lining the river district's downtown streets. Vacationers bustle on and off the buses, stopping at souvenir shops and themed restaurants on their way to the beach. It's season, as we native Floridians call it, the 4 chaotic months of the year when local businesses make most of their money. That includes the company I work for. I'm in charge of a food truck that sells standard American food, like hot dogs, hamburgers, and in the morning I sell coffee, donuts, and bagels. On days like today, I pack my truck at Anniversary Park between the downtown river district and the beach, and stay until the sun sets. It's a long day. The mid-afternoon sunlight glitters through the boughs of the park's oak trees. The inside of my truck is usually hot and mucky due to the grill and the fryers, but today's breeze is whisking away the ambient heat. Nice weather, steady sails, music on the radio, all the elements of a good day at work. But not even the prospect of raking in cash is making me feel better today. My boss has been harassing me for every mistake lately, whether big or small. And there's a certain occupational hazard when you work in the food industry in Florida. Excuse me, miss. Is it ready yet? How much longer are you going to make me wait? The crusty old man, I like that. The crusty old man glares at me impatiently, arms crossed. He's wearing a gold watch, expensive sunglasses, and brand name clothing. The logo for a Northeastern football team is embroidered on the front of his baseball cap. He's a Vikings fan, apparently. Or no, I guess it could be Boston. The Patriots. This guy checks all the boxes for an obnoxious rich guy on vacation. He's definitely from Boston or New York. A few minutes ago, he approached my truck and asked me to replace the hot dog he ordered because I served it to him cold. I thought that sounded strange and I glanced at his receipt. Turns out I sold him the hot dog 45 minutes ago. Did he really wait 45 minutes to ask for a replacement, or did he let his food get cold and want a new one for free? Regardless, the company I work for says I must give out refunds or replacements on demands with no questions asked. That's horrible. That's horrible business practice. Oh, she's adorable. She kind of looks like if you gave the Miss Frizzy or something like that from Magic School Bus, if you gave her brunette hair. I like it. I take a hot frank from the boiling tank. I spit rhymes on my free time. Lay it on the top of the freshly toasted bun and set the hot dog into a paper serving basket. He takes it and inspects my handiwork as if he doesn't trust me to do it right. Finally, how hard can it be to put a hot dog together? You know your service is terrible, just terrible. You bitch. Maybe you shouldn't wait to order a hot dog, or to eat the hot dog you ordered, you dumbass. He ordered the original hot dog with a toasted bun, so in order to replace it, I had to wait a few minutes for a new bun to toast. That's what counts as bad service to him. I feel like saying something like, maybe I'm going slow on purpose because I don't like you, huh? But of course I don't. I mean, it's a let's try. Let's be saucy. It's a Saucy Suitors. Stick up for myself. Listen, sir, you ordered this hot dog 45 minutes ago. The franks come out of boiling water seconds before I served them. I know it wasn't cold when I sold it to you, but I'll replace it for you anyway. As for the way I was replacing the exact order you placed earlier, pursuant to our guarantee. Because you asked for this bun to be toasted the first time, I toasted a new one for you for the replacement. If you're too impatient to wait for the bun to toast, I could have given it to you on a plain bun. But you had to tell me to do that. Sir, I'm not a mind reader. You bitch. My words are apparently enough to stun him. He looks at me wide-eyed, mouth agape. I guess he's used to being rude to food service workers while on vacation, huh? Finally, he grabs a handful of ketchup packets. Get a real job, loser. This fucking guy. Having delivered the most original of comebacks, he storms off. Get wrecked. My good sir. I hate dealing with tourists. I get that they're important. The local economy here is completely dependent on tourism. And yes, most of them are polite and normal, but too many of them aren't. I have to deal with enough rude tourists that it can make my job very unpleasant. It's unavoidable, I guess. It just makes good business sense to put up with their crap. So here I am, watching a sunburnt old fart walk away with a free hot dog after he let his last one get cold. I feel a deep urge to wad up some napkins and throw them at the back of his head, but I resist. The next person in line approaches the truck window. What up, child? I think? Yeah. It's a boy about 10 years old. You can never tell in these games, because they might just be lowlies. It's a boy about 10 years old. He's a bit lanky looking. Judging from his pale complexion, slightly sunburnt face, swim trunks, and kitschy souvenir shirt, he's obviously another tourist. That boy needs some milk. Excuse me, ma'am, do you have poutine? What? Do you know where you're at, son? This ain't Canada no more. His voice is squeaky, like a little kitten, still too young to meow correctly. Poutine, though, he must be Canadian. If he's Canadian, that would explain the politeness so far. But we don't serve poutine. I feel bad having to let him down. Oh, her name's Piper. No, I'm sorry. We do not serve poutine. The boy's hopeful smile fades. Oh, okay. Sorry, kid, I'd make it for him if I could, but I don't have the gravy or cheese curds. The kid looks at the menu sign resting against the side of my truck. If he wants dressed up French fries of some kind, I have a few different varieties, but he seems hesitant to pick one. Then I guess I'll have, Sentence trails off as he gazes off the menu. He doesn't seem interested in anything. I don't want him to walk away without buying something. For the money, of course, that's my job, but also because I'd love to make him some good food that makes him feel happy. What should I do? Yeah, because we don't want to start doing secret menu stuff. Let's see if we can convert him. You know, he's in America. He could try some American style stuff. You see, poutine is more like a novelty food down here in Florida. If you asked Americans if they like poutine, I think most of us would say yes. But we just like putting different things on our fried potatoes. That's super true. Personally, I don't like poutine. I'm not into the cheese curds gravy thing, but I love, like, carne asada fries and shit like that. Really? Like what? Let me get you some carne asada fries. You'll love it. I stick my hand out of the serving window and point at the menu. Oh, chili fries too. You see the loaded chili fries on the menu? Down there? It's fries topped with beef chili, shredded cheese, sour cream, and that kind of stuff. You want to try one of those? Think of it like getting the chance to experience the American version of poutine. I mean, that's fair. The kid smiles and thinks for a moment. Heh, American poutine. Chili and sour cream, really? Is that how people in Florida eat poutine? I just said it wasn't poutine. You don't listen like every other student I teach. You can think of it that way. American poutine. Okay, I'll try that. The kid grins and nods. Excellent, I managed to sell him something after all. I want to make the best batch of American poutine ever, so I throw a new batch of fries into the fryer. As they cook, I help the next person in line. The kid stands there patiently and watches. Once I've taken the order, I turn to the fire. The crispy fresh fries go into a wax-lined paper basket like usual. The next is the chili. I open the lid of the simmering pot and ladle some on top of the fries. After adding shredded cheese, I top it with green onions, bacon bits, and a dab of sour cream. What the heck, I'll throw in some extra bacon on there for him. Why? Because America, that's why. I'm for it. I'm not even a bacon fan, but I like the attitude. I hand the culinary masterpiece down to him. For a few seconds, he seems not to react to the loaded fries, but then he smiles. I've never seen poutine like this. There's so much cheese and cream, too. I don't know if I've ever eaten chili before. It looks like beans. Yep, it's kind of like a really thick tomato soup with beans and meat. He pulls at one of the fries curiously. It slides out of the pile with a glob of chili and cheese stuck to it. He dunks the fry into the sour cream and puffs it into his mouth. A second later, oh, we're jamming now. A second later, his curious expression transforms into happiness. Yes, I think he likes it. How is it? Pretty good so far, I think. Yeah, I like it. It's different. I feel a warmth bubble from my chest. Pride in my craft and this feeling. If he decided he didn't want it, I wouldn't mind just eating it myself and writing it off under the customer's always right policy. But if he actually likes it and pays for it, hey, that's even better. If you change your mind and decide you don't like it, you can bring it back for a refund. But if you do like, why would you tell them that? But if you do like it, tell your parents how good it was, alright? My truck will be here tomorrow on Friday for the St. Patrick's Day block party. Block party? It's a huge festival happening in the River District this weekend for St. Patrick's Day. It officially starts at sunset on Friday, but there will be lots of vendors and food trucks set up during the day too. Okay, thank you so much. I charge him for a standard order of loaded fries from our menu, no extras. He puts $1 in my tip jar after paying. Nice. As he walks off, I give a little wave of goodbye. I'm feeling better now. Maybe I have a soft spot for kids. Or maybe all I needed after dealing with the hot dog guy. I thought that said hot guy. I didn't see the dog at first. With the hot dog guy was to interact with a normal, polite person. As I begin to help the next customer, my mind wanders back to the poutine. We really do get tons and tons of Canadian tourists this time of year. That kid might not be the first customer I've had who's looking for poutine. I think I got to request it for it last year too. Poutine could potentially be a huge seller around here during season. That's weird, during season. Maybe I could suggest it to my boss. Not that I get any kind of raise or bonus for having a good idea like that. I could try to do it myself. Am I wrong? And I always thought most taco trucks were self-owned. I don't. Maybe that's just like a rose-tinted view at it. But every taco truck person I've ever met has owned their truck. That's wild. I mean, I guess if you had like a fleet of them, that makes sense. I could try to do it myself, start my own business, my own food truck, but then I start thinking about the logistics. No way in hell can I afford my own food truck, and real poutine use cheese curds. Finding a commercial supplier for cheese curds in Florida would be hard since poutine isn't popular here. I need the gravy too. The gravy's easy. And I had to keep the final product at an affordable street food price. It had to sell amazingly to justify spending so much money on the truck and an outdoor food vendor permit, which in the city might not even grant. Just get your own food truck so you can find happiness. It's a nice dream, but I live in reality. My time for dreaming is over. Well, if we find a condiment sugar daddy, maybe he can buy us a truck. I take the customer's money and count their change. 1 cheeseburger, no pickles. I heave a deep sigh as I turn towards the grill and slap down a beef patty. It sizzles and I feel empty all of a sudden. Just dead inside at the grill. Everybody just orders fucking hamburgers. I'm trying to be artistic with my food. As the sun sets, I pack up the truck and head out. I didn't actually make much in sales today. It's a decent amount, but it's nowhere near what I should have made at the anniversary park in the middle of the season. A heavy ball of anxiety weighs me down as I drive to the bank to drop the day's earnings into the company's account in the after-hours deposit box. My boss will probably call me tomorrow after seeing how poor sales were and demand an explanation. He always does that when my sales are bad. As I wait for the machine to do its thing, I count my tips from the tip jar. Damn it. As expected, the tip jar is relatively meager today, too. My heart sinks. I get paid minimum wage, which is more than what restaurant servers make per hour, so tips aren't the biggest source of my income. But going home with a wad of cash in my pocket can make a bad day feel way less bad. No such luck today, I guess. I know I shouldn't, but on the way home, I pick up some cheap wine from the gas station. That's real sad. It's going to be one of those nights, I can feel it. Just get a bottle of wine, put on a sad movie. Just drown my sorrows away. My house is located on the other side of the bridge about 10 miles inland, where all the working class year-long residents live. After I open the door and step inside, I quickly shut it behind me, lock it, and flip the latch. I throw my purse onto the couch and walk directly to the freezer. Since I bought the wine, had a bad day, I'm thinking of going to be a chicken tenders night. I don't have the patience to wait for the oven to preheat, so microwave it is. The microwave hums as I watch my frozen chicken tenders cook. The plate spins in circles, spinning and spinning. This is like too real. I don't like this. I feel so bleh. I'm 25 years old and I'm standing here in silence watching chicken tenders get nuked. I twist the aluminum cap off the cheap bottle of wine and pour myself a big glass. Days like today make me nervous. My boss has threatened to fire me over bad sales, and I believe him. A couple years ago, there's an oil spill in the Gulf, and the state's tourism industry tanked for a while. During that time, some co-workers who operated other trucks, so did the fleet trucks, got fired because their sales were too low. It wasn't their fault tourism was low that year because of the spill, but it didn't matter. If your sales are bad, your truck was taken off the street, and you lose your job. Simple as that. Just the idea of that happening makes me feel awful. I don't want to think about it. Despite that, I pull out my phone and check the balance in my bank account. If I make good tips tomorrow, I can pay my phone bill on time. And after I get my paycheck on Friday, I'll be able to pay my mortgage. You have a mortgage working as like a minimum wage? What? As someone who lives in California, specifically the Bay Area, where it's the highest to live, that's crazy. Minimum wage doesn't get you close to rent here. Ugh, that hurts my soul. As I down my glass of wine, the microwave finally dings. Today's special. The chicken tenders, they're in season right now. Excellent indeed. Now, what should I eat this chicken with? I open the fridge door and pick out some condiments. I had the standards like ketchup, mustard, hot dog relish could be interesting. Mayonnaise and sriracha too. I have soy sauce, technically. One might think that stuff like relish and soy sauce don't go with fried chicken tenders, but I have a brilliant idea. What if I combine them all into a secret sauce? I've been there. Man, this is taking me back. Okay, tangent. In college, I had no money. So there was nights where I did this exact thing, where you get chicken tenders, and then you just mix every condiment in your fridge, and you're like, oh, it's like, my version of orange chicken or something. Oh, it takes me back. Yeah, okay, so what if I combine them all into a secret sauce? With secret sauce are basic condiments mixed together anyway. I pull the ketchup, mustard, relish, mayo, sriracha, and soy sauce out of the fridge. I hate this actually doesn't sound that bad minus the mayo. I feel like that might overpower it. But that might just be because I don't like mayo. So you take out everything. Mayonnaise is the base for so many popular dressings, so starting with a heaping amount of mayo is a safe move. Next is ketchup, mustard, relish. They'll add some sweetness, acidity, and texture. Sriracha will provide the kick. Finally, add a small amount of low-sodium soy sauce. Oh, see, that's the smart one. The low-sodium soy sauce is the best. You want it to be salty, but not too salty. Using a spoon, I stir my ultra-secret sauce together. It ends up being a pleasant, warm pink color. Would that come out pink? I guess, yeah, because the ketchup and mayo. Yeah. Now for the tasting. Yum, it's pretty good. Now that I think about it, she basically just made spicy In-N-Out sauce. Anyway. And today, when you buy the special, it comes with 6 toppings for the price of 1. Sacre bleu. It's a nice night out today, so I think I'll sit on my patio while I eat. I take another big sip of wine and open the sliding glass door leading out to the porch. I should bring the wine too. We're 20 minutes in, haven't met a boy, but I'm quite enjoying this. It was always my dream to become a professional chef. Both of my parents were chefs. They raised me to have an appreciation for food, but I've never been good at school, and culinary school in particular was harder than I expected. And then during my second year of culinary school, my parents passed away. Oh. Maybe that's why she has the mortgage. It was her parents' house. Everything in my life became crazy when I lost them. Long story short, I couldn't keep up with school and dropped out. Of course, I still had to pay back the student loans I took out while enrolled. Quitting didn't make them go away. And paying the mortgage on this house is my responsibility. Yeah, okay. So yeah, she just took over her parents' house. I won't let my parents down. For a while, I jumped from job to job without much success. When I got my job doing the food truck, that clicked for me. I think it was because I got to work completely by myself. No coworkers, no manager looking over my shoulder all day. Occasionally, I can bend the rules when I need to. I don't make much money, but it's not bad life. Selling food out of a truck, it's hard work, but it keeps my head above the water. Above water. I should be thankful to have a stable job. If I can just keep it up, I'll pay off all my debt. Eventually. A lot of people have it way worse than I do. I tell myself that all the time, but sometimes when I'm working in the truck hunched over a burger grill or getting yelled at by tourists, I feel regret. Oh man, I'm mopey tonight. I hit a glass of wine. I hit glass of wine number 4. I dunk a chicken tender into my secret sauce and shove it into my mouth. Tomorrow I'll be headed back. Is that a metaphor for all the sauce's meat I'm going to be shoving it in? Anyway. Today I'll be heading back to the same spot I was at today, pursuant to my permit with the city. I really hope business is better tomorrow. As I chew, my mind wanders to the Canadian kid from earlier today. I bet he loved my American-style loaded fries. Yeah, I bet he loved it. I bet he'll be back tomorrow. It's going to be real sad when he's not back tomorrow. I hope that little boy and his family have a really good time in Florida. Maybe someday I'll visit a place like Canada and see what it's like. I take another sip of wine, finish off the last of my chicken tenders. Suddenly I realize how tired I am. It's a nice night. The air is cool and not too humid. My eyelids feel heavy. The stars are hard to see due to all the trees past my fence and the light pollution from the shore. But for a second, I almost think I see shooting stars streak across the sky. My empty wine glass flops into my lap as my eyes flutter shut. And we just passed out. We woke up sunburned to shit. It was horrible. Now we got to go to work like this. The sound of passing school bus wakes me up. What the? It's morning already? Oh shit, it's morning already? I leap out of my chair and look around at my patio, disoriented. I pull out my phone to check the time. Oh crap, I am late. I am so late. I'm supposed to be open for breakfast right now at the park. If my boss found out about this, I would be in such deep shit. Speaking of which, to make matters worse, I have a missed call from my phone from him, and a text message too. Hi Piper, did you do a full drop at the bank last night? What does he mean, did I do a full drop? Was he asking me if I stole from the till or something? Of course I didn't. Why does he always do this? He wants to yell at me for having bad sales like I expected. Should I text him back? Maybe I should pretend I'm busy working and not looking at my phone. He's going to be mad about why it took so long to answer. I mean, just be like, yeah, he's a dick, but just be honest. Honestly, I'm scared to call him back, but it's unavoidable at this point. No matter what I do, he'll be angry about my low sales yesterday. I might as well call him back now and get ahead of whatever he'll decide to be upset about later. I pick his number from my contacts, listen to the dial tone. Oh. Hello, Piper? Yes, it's me, sir. Sorry for the delay on calling you back. What's wrong? Were you still into business this morning? I sure hope so, because your sales yesterday were pathetic. It's the middle of the season. They're so low that it's hard to justify sending your truck out. His words make me mince. It's just as I expected. If your truck doesn't pull enough profit, it gets taken off the rounds and you get fired. It doesn't matter whether it's my fault or not. I'm sorry, sir, I don't know why my sales were low. Sometimes you just have a bad day, you know? He's quiet on the other line for a moment. Sometimes that's true, but I expect you to work harder today, Piper. Anniversary Park is one of our high-earning locations. I expect your truck to perform, and I'm not interested in getting another phone call about how you were short-tempered with customers asking for a replacement. Whatever, fuck that guy. Maybe I should have been more professional. Hell no, I shouldn't have. That dude was a dick. Sorry, sir, it won't happen again. Alright, won't happen again. Piper, listen. You know what happens when trucks managers don't pull their weight. If you do your job, we won't have a problem. But if you don't, well, I'm sure you don't need me to spell it out for you. Got it? Got it, sir. Call you later. To be fair, he's right. Like, he may be a dick manager, but he's right. He hangs up. I breathe a huge sigh of relief. That could have been so much worse. Now that it's over, I can focus. See, I think it would have been worse if we waited. I can focus on actually getting my truck out to where it's supposed to be right now. I turn to rush inside, but then I see the wine I've been drinking last night. The bottle's empty. That explains why I'm late. Piper, you absolute idiot. I slap some cream cheese on a bagel for breakfast, dash out of my house, and jump into my truck. By the time I make it to Anniversary Park, it's already after 10 a.m. By now, most of my morning business has been lost. There will be a few tourists looking for brunch, but most of them won't eat again until noon. But as I'm parking at my designated spot, I see an even bigger problem. Is it my boss? What the hell? Other trucks besides mine? I can see 2 trucks parked on my street about 30 yards away from my usual spot. It's not usual to have some competing trucks around when it's not season, but during season, my company has an exclusive permit to park food trucks at this location. I'm pretty sure that my truck is the only one that's supposed to be here. Damn, yesterday my sales were bad. My boss tries to call me and yell at me, and I'm late, and now there's other trucks on my street. I already having another terrible day. As I begin to set up my truck for business, I peer at the mystery trucks. They're not so far away that I can't make out some of their signage. On top of the red truck close to me, the huge sign, International Comfort Food. I can make out some stock photos of hot dogs and cheeseburgers on the side of the truck and letters world famous burgers and dogs above them. Oh, so it's the same exact truck we have. To the left of the red truck is a small yellow truck. The paint lettering looks flamboyant. I can't read the lettering very well, but I think it says something about pretzels and barbecue. On the far side, a yellow tent truck in a food tent. I didn't notice it until now. It's a small Japanese Chinese flags flying from the tent's peak. Maybe they're selling Asian food. Even though it's barely brunch time, the trucks and tent have a decent number of people milling around them. I've never felt such work-related misery before. These guys are going to destroy my sales today. But no, they shouldn't even be here. They need a permit to sell food here, and during season, permits are issued to only one company per location, which means they're parked here illegally. Call the popo! Fuck them! Maybe I should call my boss. He would be furious to hear that another company is encroaching on our permit time. I know he'd get someone from the city to come down here and make them leave, but he asked why I didn't mention this when I called him earlier. I'd had to tell him that I got here late, and that earlier when I called him, I didn't have the truck out. Oops. I keep right-clicking, sorry. In other words, I'd had to tell him I missed most of my breakfast sales. No, I can't do that. I've got to deal with this myself without my boss finding out I got here late. I'm gonna... Like, calling the cops is the right move. Because, like, what if they're assholes about it? Man. But then, like, you want to walk over because, like, your fellow food truck compadres. But, I don't know. Let's call the cops. There's no way they'd have a permit to be here. This shouldn't be happening. I pull out my phone and call the non-emergency police line as I start setting up the food truck for business. My name is Pirate Morton. I run a food truck downtown for Gulf Shore Food Vendors, Inc. Today I'm permitted to operate along Henry Street on the east side of Anniversary Park, but there's 3 other vendors here right now. From what I understand about how the permit works, they shouldn't be here. Yes. Oh yes, hold on, I can give you the information on my permit. I open the back door of my truck, so I can see the permit, which is taped to the inside of the wall. One other line puts me on hold. I hate to do this, I really do. We're all comrades, in a way, operating food trucks in this crazy tourist town. On any other day, I'd walk over and just talk to them, but today I need to get them off my street ASAP. The woman on the other line promises that someone from either City Hall or the police station will come by soon. I thank her and hang up the phone. I wonder how soon it's actually going to be, though. Hopefully they're gone by lunch. There's nothing else I can do for now, so I finish setting up my truck for lunch. As I finish, I turn around and get in the trunk and fire up the grill and fryers. Oh, what the hell? So a member of BTS walks up to our truck, but standing by the front of the truck blocking the door is a man dressed in a totally absurd outfit. Strangely, he's wearing a huge white fur coat in early spring, but this is Florida, it's definitely not cold enough for a coat like that. He seems to be wearing a long sleeve dress shirt under it with dress pants. How is he not melting right now? This is supposed to be ketchup. The pattern on his dress shirt is strangely familiar too. Where have I seen that pattern? It's a tablecloth. He's carrying a megaphone. He seems to be glaring at me. What the heck? Can I help you? You own this truck? I don't exactly own it. I'm the employee, though. What do you think you're doing, huh? This city has a zillion regulations about food trucks. You need a permit to be here. You're breaking the law. He said, excuse me. We've got the permit for this location for today, not you. So you need to scram. We don't want you sucking away our customers. Yeah, fuck this guy. There's no need to treat me like that. I get enough crap from customers. Well, excuse me, sir, but you're mistaken. I'm the one with the permit to be here today, not you. See for yourself. Yeah. You'll see here today, March 14th, Gulf Shore Food Vendors, Inc. It's the company with the permit to be at this location. And that's the company I work for. The obnoxious guy peers at me with suspicion, then looks up at the permit. He squints at it for a few seconds. And his expression changes. Suddenly he looks pale. Yeah, what now? I can't help but a smirk. Huh, well that can't. Get out of here, you big dick. With your stupid coat. His voice trails off. He takes a step back, scoffs, and jerks his head, flipping his bangs haughtily. Instead of firing off a comeback, he turns and starts walking back to the other trucks. Yeah, get out of here. Hey, wait, that's all you're going to say after being so rude? I call after him, trying not to sound desperate. Listen, I already reported your trucks to the police. They'll be here sometime today and tell you to leave. Yeah, bitch. Get out of here. I'm not sure what to make of the interaction, but I think I won. I'll take it. In that case, I never felt so happy over a food truck permit in my life. Maybe I should have walked over there and talked to them first. That's what he tried to do, apparently. That is not what he tried to do. Do not justify that. He was a dick. But he was so rude, I probably would have called the non-emergency line either way, so maybe it made no difference. At least he knows the cops are coming. It won't be some huge surprise. With my mood lifted, I climb into a truck, turn on the grill, and fire up the fryers. Maybe today will be a good day after all. Yeah. Get your shit out of here. We ain't taking no shit. Pipe of the food truck master. Yeah. It's not until the sun is starting to dip towards the horizon that a police car finally... Wow, they waited that long? Thankfully, today's sales won't be worse than yesterday's, but if the other trucks weren't here, I would maybe even more. I had to listen to that Knox guy yammering into his megaphone all day. That's annoying. The smell of delicious scent of fried rice and pretzels all day too. Torture, pure torture. But now that an officer's arrived, I can get this permanent situation figured out. That's important because I'm supposed to come here on Friday when the St. Patty's Day block party starts downtown. I'll just call back to his car and walk towards me. I better step outside and talk to him. Probably going to need my permit, so I take it off the wall as I exit. Hello, ma'am. Are you Piper Morton, Gulf Shore food vendors? We received a call about an issue with food trucks here today. Yes, sir. Me and the other trucks over there. Can you show me your ID and permit? I hand him the permit and my driver's license. As you can see, my company has the permit to be here today. This does look like one of our issued permits. He studies my permit ID for another moment and then glances over the other trucks. Would you mind coming with me to speak to the gentleman in the trucks over there? Speak with them as in tell them to leave, mate. Maybe he's on my side. He's not going to be... He's going to pull a, why don't you guys just work it out? Oh, sure. Hold on. Let me lock my truck. I hastily put all loose items into the truck, turn everything off, lock the front door and back door. It'll be okay for a few minutes, even if the fryers and grill stay warm for a long time. By the time this is over, it'll probably be time to go home. With the truck set, I'll follow the officer over to the Mega Foods trucks. Oh, there's soy sauce and mayo. When we get close, I can see two people are starting to pack up the food tent on the far side of the yellow truck. From here, I can see that the tent was for Asian food, like I suspected. One of them is a guy in a three-piece business suit, and the other one looks like a rich kid who's about to get dragged to a country club by his dad. Those two can't be the guys who are running the food tent all day, could they? Neither of them look appropriately dressed to fry noodles and batter all day. The man in the business suit smiles at me. Oh god, it's the dick and relish. Through the red truck serving window, I can see the rude red-haired guy and a second person. The second guy looks about the same age as me compared to the other guy. He dressed more casually, although his corduroy vest and the hibiscus flower in his chest pocket are still unusual. His green dreads are the only weird thing about him. It's a cute look though, uniquely cool, I kinda like it. The rude guy looks like he's ready for a throwdown, not surprising. The other guy, meanwhile, seems to be staring at me. Hello, sir. From what I understand, there's some dispute here with the other vendor permits. Are you the operator? I'm going to need to see your identification and the permit, please. Ketchup Hunter Fremont. That's amazing. Ketchup Tycoon. Age 26, April 2nd. Favorite food, filet mignon. Yes, that would be me, Hunter J. Fremont. Shining heir to Mega Foods Corp. And signature... signer of our truck's permit, sir. So his name is Hunter, and he's the heir of the Mega Foods Corporation. It's owned by an even bigger company, Mega Foods International. Why is the heir of a corporation like that working a food truck? Hunter puts his hand in his coat and flourishes with his wrist, pulls out a permit and ID. He hands it to the cop like he's gifting the man a bouquet of roses. Wow, I had to try hard not to laugh. Even the cop gives him a weird look before taking the documents. Well, both these appear to be legit on the outside, so I'm going to need to make a phone call to verify which one is registered with the city. Both you stay right here, I'll be back. He pulls out his phone and walks to the side. I hope you're mentally prepared to be let down, sweetheart. I hate this guy. What can I say? Some do call me a heartbreaker, although usually it's not in this context. Oh, what a fucking douche. That's what you get for trying to steal our business with a fake permit. Can we kill him? Can we actually, can this take a twist and we just shank him because we're depressed from our job. He's attempting to hit on me. What? Is he attempting to hit on you? Okay, I don't think so. I don't feel threatened by what he's saying. The valid permit has got to be mine. If these mystery guys had the valid permit for March, then why did they only just show up now? Yeah. I didn't say anything in response to him, which seems to annoy him. He's not even trying to hide how much he's judging me. The guy standing next to him looks like he feels awkward as I do. He's just staring off of the... Sweets Dillard. Sweets Dillard is a great name. The Relish Guru. 25, October 5th, and he likes deviled eggs. So, were you our neighbors for the day? My name's Sweets Dillard. Nice to meet you. He gives me a big friendly smile. He's much more polite than Hunter. I shake his hand. His palm feels soft and warm. Yeah, that white truck over there is mine. My name is Piper. Nice to meet you too, Sweets. You work for Gulf Shore, huh? I thought about applying there to them once, but instead I work for this cheerful character here. Well, sort of. Technically, it's his dad we work for, but you know how it goes. Nepotism and all, right? It's pretty good. Good roast. He claps his hand against Hunter's back and winks at me. Hunter gives him a miffed look. Sorry if Hunter has been kind of short to the point with you. It's fine. He was nice enough to walk over to my truck and point out the permit thing before calling the cops. I should have done... Shut up! No, you shouldn't have. This is business. It's cutthroat. I should have done the same, but I was stressed in a hurry this morning. It's cool. I get what you're saying. To be honest, I really don't appreciate Hunter's rude attitude, but whatever. I'm not going to let him bother me. Long day. I'm exhausted. I must have cooked hundreds of burgers today. Yeah, working a truck by yourself can be pretty grueling, huh? So you're by yourself in your truck too? Wait, aren't they in the same truck? With Mega Foods, we're all supposed to have a partner to help us with our trucks, but my partner is Hunter, and Hunter would rather spend his time being our hype man. That's annoying. It would be annoying if he weren't so good at drumming up business. The compliment makes Hunter's lukewarm attitude brighten. I'm much better with stuff like promotion than I am with flipping burgers. It's a better use of my incredible talents. Oh, he's so annoying. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. You're also a terrible cook, and you don't have the patience to deal with customers, so... You're right, it's a better use of your talents. Both of them chuckle. I guess the two of them are pretty good friends. Sweet said that Hunter is basically his boss, but here he is joking that Hunter sucks at his job, and Hunter laughed it off. Even Hunter is easier to stomach when he's smiling, genuinely instead of smirking. Oh? Excuse me? Older man. Oh, is this lovely young woman our competitor today? At this moment, a handsome older man walks over from the barbecue truck. A faint scent of cologne hits my nose. I can't help but gaze in wonder at his leopard print jogging pants. He's taller and more muscular than both Sweets and Hunter, and he has an odd scent. Or accent. An odd accent. I want to say it's French, but that's not quite what I'm hearing. Maybe it's like Louisiana? Oh. Almost French and German at once. Is there such a thing as vague general European accent? Oh, Jean. I'd like you to meet Piper. Yeah, she's the owner of the truck that's been parked down the street since this morning. Piper, this is the lead of our barbecue truck. Dijon, that's fucking hilarious. That's awesome. I'm for that. Dijon Ardens. That's clever. I like it. Age questionable. November 29th. He's into bratwurst. Get it, John? That's really good. This game's great. Piper, is it? Jean's barbecue is unmatched. You won't believe how good it is. You've really got to try it sometime. I'm about to say something when suddenly Jean grabs my hand. He bows down as if he's going to kiss the back of my hand, but instead he flips my hand over and places a packet of mustard in my palm. What a suave person. It's a pleasure to meet you, mademoiselle. Here's my mustard. I hope our presumptuous manager has not made you think that we are all arrogant as he. Please try some of my famous homemade organic and GMO-free mustard. Oh, took the wind right out of my sails for him. Is he asking me to eat the mustard now? Sorry, I had to cough. Like straight out of the packet? What? Eat the sexy man's mustard. We must eat the sexy man's mustard. Eat the sexy man's sexy mustard. Obviously. I mean, why wouldn't we? Now the question is, can we take a mustard shot out of his abs? That's what we're really getting down to. We're getting down to the brass tacks. It's sort of weird that he's offering me a mustard packet and telling me to try it, but hey, why not? He did say it was homemade and organic. Also, this guy is hot, and it's pretty obvious that he's hitting on me. I tear a corner of the packet, squeeze some mustard onto the end of my fingertip, and lick it off. The flavor that hits my tongue is complex. Tart taste of vinegar plus the gritty spiciness of the mustard seeds. There's a subtle hint of roasted garlic and spices too. To be honest, it's incredibly delicious mustard. I wonder what the recipe is. As I'm savoring the mustard, I realize the Hunter and Sweets are staring at me in disbelief. Wow, I can't believe that finally worked, Gene. John, I'm American. It's Gene here. Gross, both of you. Meanwhile, Jean's eyes are wide with delight. He seems to have not ever even heard them. He clasps his hands on his chest and grins at me. My heart, be still my heart. The young lady shares my unhindered passion for mustard. Has the red string of fate finally led us to one another? Hey, I feel like we're both in on the joke. Grinning, I hand the open packet of mustard back to him. Save the rest for me later, would you? Absolutely. Anyway, what was it that Jean said to me? That Jean, I'm gonna mess that up forever. That Jean said to me before giving me the mustard. I think he's trying to apologize for Hunter's attitude. No need to keep apologizing for your boss. I'm waiting for the author to come back about the permits, and then I'm heading home. Yeah, but we ought to be polite while we're waiting at least. Just because we're used to Hunter doesn't mean you are. Hunter snorts across his arms. That is not crossing your arms, sir. It's my job to do what's best for my father's business, including protecting our permit. Say whatever you want, I don't care. I think he could be a little nicer, but I can't blame him for standing his ground when it comes to his permit. I'm doing the same thing. Oh, if this game had a full release, this is who we'd be dating first. Sriracha boy. Because Sriracha is life. At that moment, a fourth man approaches our group. He's walking from the direction of the yellow truck. Does he work with John? Are we officially calling it a day? It's not 6 yet, but if we're finishing early today, I won't complain. I'm meeting some guys at the gym at 6:30, and I'm gonna plop on the couch back home and binge some TV. See, already a man after my own heart. I'm for it. And he got some dope track to go with him. The young man glances at me curiously through his green-rimmed glasses. Oh, that's clever because the cap's green. It looks like he wants to ask who I am, but he waits for Hunter to answer his question. I think we are. We gotta deal with the permit problem I told you about earlier. Huey, this is Piper. She's with the truck that's been down the street since this morning. What does that say? Huey Chombury? Sriracha sophomore? Age 20, birthday 20. Drunken Noodles, I can get behind that. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Huey Chombury. I don't know what that has to do with Sriracha. I don't know. It'll probably something that'll come to me later. I'm a business major at Florida Gulf Shore University. I work here part-time. John lets me take home all the leftovers at the end of the day, so if you want to try some, let me know. By every day, he really means every day. I feel that as having gone to college, the free food is always, you take it every time. I think Huey may subsist entirely on barbecue at this point. Hey, free food is free food, and it's not just barbecue, it's spicy barbecue. The spicier the better, crank it to 11. Cat face. I once had a stomach as stalwart as his, to be young again. Huey thrusts out his hand for a handshake, which I gently accept. Unexpectedly, he squeezes my hand so hard that I wince. Geez, I didn't expect someone with such an average build to have a grip strength like that. So it's small but packs a powerful punch like Sriracha. I feel it. I like it. Very firm handshake you've got there. He grins and adjusts his glasses. You really think so? I've been focusing on farmer carries at the gym lately. Old man Fremont is always saying that a powerful handshake is super important in business. Hunter's father says a lot of things. To add to his advice, I don't think it's proper business etiquette to crush someone's hand during a handshake, Huey. Crush? I crushed it, really? She visibly winced when he shook her hand. I smile awkwardly and shrug my shoulders. It's not a big deal. I'm fine. Well, sort of. Sorry, anyway. Out of the 4 men, Huey reminds me the most of my friends I had back in culinary school. He seems alright, a little overeager. I decided to change the subject. Did you say you were going to binge watch something later? What show? Huey's eyes twinkle. Oh man, I'm glad you asked. It's the second season of this anime I really love. He's just ticking boxes. It's called Star Angel's Bliss. It's so good, seriously. Oh, I love that show. Season 2 is pretty good. I think you'll like how it ends. You seen it already? But the English version just came out. You filthy casual. You absolutely filthy casual. Get out of here. You watch dub, or you watch sub, or there's nothing. Get out of here with your dub garbage. Or do you have hardcore binging skills and you watch it all in one go? Well, to be honest, it aired in Japan a while ago. I watched it on one of those not-so-legal streaming sites. Yeah! Look at you, you casual. Wait, what is this show? I've never heard of it. It's just one of Huey's inane cartoons. You know, the ones with all the big-boobed anime cat girls. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. It's not inane. Star Angel Bliss is a masterpiece. It's got a lot of deep philosophical themes. Wait, did it say alright? Oh, I thought it said am I right? Piper, you like it. Back me up here. He's asking me now. Star Angel Bliss, it's an anime I started watching because I liked the fluid animation. The story ended up being alright too. But the show can be pretty over the top sometimes, especially the female characters' outfits. How should I put this? And the show is trashy, but if you don't take it too seriously, it's a lot of fun. Actually, the inane cat girls, anime cat girl boobies, are part of the show's core message and subtext. Yes, absolutely. I cross my arms thoughtfully. Some people who only see the character designs or have only watched a few episodes can get the impression that's nothing but cheesecake, but I think it's meant as more satire of over-the-top anime fan service. A few of the episodes are way too self-aware for it to be an accident. Huey's eyes twinkle again. Yes, exactly. So many people miss the point of the show. Finally, someone gets it. Yeah, like it's really pandering sometimes, but the ending of the season was so controversial that the writer's true goal can't be to pander to the audience all the time. My thoughts exactly. Season 1's ending was incredibly risky, but sometimes I think the show's haters are simply still mad about that ending. So who's your favorite character? My waifu is Moon Angel. Great, now both of them are going off on some anime show. At least Huey has someone to talk about it with. Huey ignores them and continues. You know the part in episode 11 after Moon Angel escapes from jail and tries to catch up with Star Angel? But she misses her because Star Angel left to go to Jupiter and confront the general, and suddenly at that moment I see the police officer starting to walk back towards us. He's like, ma'am, is this boy harassing you? He's talking about anime boobies. Like, we need to control this. The conversation halts when everyone sees me staring in the distance behind them. Oh, the officer's walking back over here. Good, hopefully he's confirmed our permit is valid. It could turn out we've been here illegally all day, you know. Nope, not a chance. My stomach tied itself in a knot when Hunter says that. No, the cop is definitely going to say my permit is valid. It's going to be both permits are valid, and we're going to have to spend the season banging food truck boys. I bite my lower lip and look down at the asphalt. Please, please let my permit be the valid one. It's got to be valid. It has to. Piper, are you alright? I don't have time to answer. The officer stops beside us and crosses his arms. Sorry to make you wait. So I called the city clerk's office and had them look up both permit numbers. And it turns out your permit is valid. Ha, yes, I knew it. And so is the other permit. I knew it. That one's valid too. Huh? What do you mean? I keep staring at the ground, but I'm listening intently. I mean that both of these permits are valid. Both were issued by the city, even though only one of them was supposed to be approved. In other words, it looks like the permits for this location got double booked by accident. Because both of them are valid, I can't tell either of you to leave. You're both authorized to be here. What? You mean the city screwed up the permits and now I had to just deal with the consequences of their mistakes? No need to get emotional, sir. Emotional? I'm not getting emotional. I was born in it. Hunter, please calm down. Piper's in the exact same position we are. ... All I can tell you is that both of you had the right to follow the terms of your permit until it expires. You'll need to contact the city to figure out the renewals for April. I suggest you do that soon, since they'll need time to reassign one of you to another location next month. I can't believe this. At least we know we weren't breaking the law today. Any other questions? No, thank you for coming, I guess. You're welcome. Have a good evening. That's annoying. I would not have guessed that outcome. Hunter, I think you owe Piper an apology for accusing her of illegal actions. And to be fair, we did as well. Come on, man. I know you've been aggro about the permits all day. You should probably say you're sorry if we're going to be stuck with each other for the rest of the month. Fine, Piper. Piper? Are you alright? Did I faint? My eyes are welling up. Unable to contain anymore, I sat on the curb, put my face in my hands, and burst into tears. Hey, is she crying? What's wrong? I'm gonna get fired. I bow my head and clench my eyes. The sobs just keep coming. Somebody kneels beside me. I can't see who it is, but I can hear the soft scratching of their shoes on the asphalt. Piper, what's wrong? Sweet's voice comes from above me, so I guess it's not him kneeling. Not that it really matters who it is. I'm sobbing so hard I can't even talk. I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna lose my job over this. All I can think about is how bad my sales are going to be for the next 2 weeks and how I'm going to be blamed for it. Sweets, would you get Piper a drink for the truck? Oh, of course. I hear footsteps leading away. Then someone sets a hand on my shoulder. I assume it's John, but when the person talks, it isn't John's voice. Miss, are you alright? What's wrong? The voice is deep and is it Mayo? Because if he has a deep voice, that's hilarious. It has another unusual accent too, Australian but with a hint of something else. Then a second voice I don't recognize. Soft voice, what's going on? That has to be Mayo, right? Hunter, what did you do now? Huh, I didn't do anything. The officer told us both our permits are valid, so we're both allowed here during March. I was going to apologize for earlier, then she just started crying. Earlier, so it was something you said after all. Maybe it was Hunter, but I don't really get that feeling. She started crying out of nowhere. There's a pause. Sweets, this isn't what I meant when I asked you to get Piper a drink. I'm sorry, I sort of panicked. Did he bring Oh, I made a smoothie. Sweets, how the hell do you panic and make a smoothie? That's a good ass point. A smoothie's a lot of work. I cook when I get anxious. It's not my fault. Person beside me pats my shoulder gently. Miss, if you tell us what's wrong, we can help. We can try to help. Here, Mr. Dillard. Made this for you. Do you want some? By this point, my emotions are beginning to run out of steam. I still feel horrible, but I'm losing the uncontrollable need to cry. This dude has a super deep voice. I lift my hands away from my face just enough to glance at the person beside me. It's the Asian man in the business suit who is working at the food tent. He's holding a styrofoam cup in his free hand filled with a lusciously pink smoothie. Oh, and there's Mayo. I can see Sweet's flip-flops. He's standing behind him. Another man, the country club kid who was helping at the tent, is standing there too. He must be the soft-spoken person who got angry at Hunter. I look away and rub my eyes. This is embarrassing. Hunter, Huey, why don't we start closing up the trucks? It's after 6 o'clock. Yeah, that's a good idea. Huey, come help me with the burger truck. Huh, Hunter's going to do some work for once. But what about Piper? Hunter steps on Huey's foot very intentionally. Shut up and come help me. Yeah, get out of here. We don't need anime right now. Oof, okay, no need to take it out on my sneaks, dude. I should go help them. Sweets, why don't you talk to Piper while we close up? Huh, me? I swallow down the lump in my throat and glance up meekly. So we can't even romance him, so let's say nothing, because we want Soy Boy. I don't care if he stays or goes. If he gives me water or a smoothie, it won't change anything. I don't know. I don't want a Crowder. And Sho and Mayo, his name's Sho, and Moyo have already finished packing up the tent. So he shuffles his feet nervously. Although he's hesitating, I can sense that he's looking right at me. That's true. Sho, Moyo, we'll leave this to you then. I hope you feel better, Piper. Sweet sounds awkward, like he isn't sure what to say. It's nice of him to want to comfort me, even if he doesn't know how. He'd be a good choice once this game gets full release, too. But like I said, it doesn't matter either way. Sean and Sweets walks off to their trucks, leaving me with the two guys from the tent. So your name is Piper, miss? Piper Morton. There's something so calm and mature about how he's speaking to me. The quiet guy beside him furrows his brow. What's wrong? What did Hunter say? His voice is soft, but he seems pretty convinced my tears are Hunter's fault. The two of them wait for me to say something. No, it wasn't anything Hunter said. Then what's wrong? Moyo, why don't you give her a chance to collect herself for a moment? The Moyo guy hesitates. Alright. I'm so thankful he said that. I'm sure I look terrible right now. My eyes are probably puffy and my face is wet. My nose is running. And I don't understand why these guys would want to help me. I really I want to be left alone, but going back to my truck right now would be like running to the harsh reality of my life. Please use this. He gently tugs a handkerchief. Wait, sorry. I lost my... He gently tugs a handkerchief out of his suit jacket's pocket and hands it to me. I take it and use it to dry my face, trying not to wipe any snot on it in the process, but Sho seems to notice. Please don't hesitate to use it as you wish. I've got plenty others. In that case, I gently blow my nose. As I do, I feel something inside the handkerchief. It's a business card. The name Kikohito Sho. Oh, is it supposed to be like a Kikomon thing? Kikohito Sho is under the some kanji symbols along with the words Tortoiseshell Food. I thought that was something different. Anyway, Tortoiseshell Foods JP Corp in English. I should introduce myself. Kikohito Sho, soy sauce salaryman, age 31, January 28th. Favorite food is sashimi. Okay. My name is Kikohito. I hope I'm saying that right. Kikohito Sho. Please call me Sho. Why does he have bandages all over his hand? I'm here to representative of the company I work for in Japan, Tortoiseshell Foods. Japan, you're Japanese? Your English is very good. I would have guessed you were Australian, judging from your accent. You're not far off. I spent part of my childhood in Australia. Oh, I can't help but smile when he says that, even with how crummy I feel. Sho gestures up at the quiet guy who's still standing over me. Maonessa Lemon? His favorite food's mayonnaise? That's gross. You're gross. You're a gross human. Ugh. Making me gaggy a little bit. This is Mayonesa Lemon. Several years ago, Mega Foods purchased his family's company. His father now works closely with Mr. Fremont's father at Mega Foods. Call me Moyo. It's my nickname. So Moyo and Sho. I assisted him today with Mega Foods' Chinese and Japanese food tent. Now that he mentioned it, I glance over his business suit. There isn't a single speck of sauce or oil on it as far as I can see. Same goes for Moyo's clothes. It's a miracle after they were working over the grill all day. Sho moves to sit beside me on the curb. He gestures up at Moyo. Moyo, why don't you sit with us? Alright. At least this is a nice guy. Moyo takes a seat on the other side of me. There's a moment of silence. Moyo looks away uncomfortably. I heard about the permit thing. I'm sorry if Hunter was being mean about it. He doesn't care about anyone's feelings but his own, and because he's the CEO's son, everyone makes constant excuses for him. And then he gets all uptight, whatever. He realizes he needs to apologize. Sho glances at Moyo with a slightly skeptical look in his eyes, but he adds nothing. So we're sorry on his behalf. This Moyo guy seems pretty opinionated about Hunter. Yeah, we can take it. It's okay, I deal with rude people all the time. You gotta know how to take that sort of treatment when you work in the food service. But thank you for apologizing for him, Moyo. I appreciate it. Moyo looks away and says nothing. Sho nods at me silently, concern in his eyes. Now that I think about it, all 6 of these Mega Food guys seem strangely concerned about me, even though we just met. Who are they? I'm not crying because of Hunter. I'm crying because, well, I was late getting out this morning, so I lost out on breakfast sales. I called my boss this morning while rushing over here, but he yelled at me for having bad sales yesterday. I didn't have the chance to tell him about being late, and even if I did, he'd just yell at me more. And now you guys are going to be on the same street for the rest of the March, taking away from my sales. I've already been having problems meeting my sales quota lately. My boss, he's going to be so mad at me. Really mad. Sho hums thoughtfully and leans backwards. There's another moment of silence, but then Moyo speaks up. No offense, but what's the big deal exactly? Can't you still call and tell him about the permit thing? Just say you were waiting until the police officer came by to see whose permit was valid one, and it turned out it was both of them. That's what you actually did, so it wouldn't even be a white lie. It's not like you were the one who messed up the permits. Huh? That's not really the kind of logic my boss uses. That's very true. What do you mean? He won't care why any of that stuff happened. He's going to be mad no matter what at this point. Sho glances away. Well, it's not too unreasonable for your boss to be mad that you started work late, but everything else seems out of your control. He won't care. I'll be blamed anyway. Is restaurant business in the city that harsh? Yes. Straight up, yes. Because of tourism, most of the people only get hired during season. Year-long jobs can be hard to find. If you have a year-long job, you're lucky, but there'll always be a line of seasonal workers ready to replace you. I feel my eyes welling up again, so I dab them discreetly with the dry corner of the handkerchief. Firing me won't hurt my boss at all. It'll save him money if my truck isn't performing, and I'm easily replaceable later. I see. So basically, you're worried you'll get blamed for the permit thing and you'll be fired. Pretty much. Like, yeah, that's what I just told you. Well, it's not just that one thing. It's everything that's happened since yesterday. My bad sales and coming out late this morning and not returning his call immediately. Not telling him about the permit problem. And now you guys are going to be here for the rest of March, even this Friday before the block party starts. I know you didn't do it on purpose or something, but my sales are going to stay bad with you here. There's just no way I'm going to get through this without getting fired. Two of them are silent. Sho looks especially concerned for me. Moyo is watching me and saying nothing. I wonder what he's thinking. I'm sorry, none of this is your fault. This is my problem, not yours. You're all here doing your jobs. I can't believe I bawled like a baby in front of you all. What was the point of me explaining it to them? I wasted everybody's time. I stand up suddenly, making Sho and Moyo quickly glance up. I've got to go pack up my truck and call my boss. Thank you for the smoothie. Sorry I didn't drink it. Hopefully I'll be here Friday. See you. Before I say anything else, I walk back down the road towards my truck. I feel like crying again, but I don't. Despite how much trouble they're causing me, all those guys are pretty nice. Even Hunter isn't a bad person. He's just spoiled, apparently. If I see them on Friday, it will be a good thing because I'll still have my job. Okay. This feels like a good place to end. This has been an hour. I didn't expect to do an hour, but I felt we should meet all the boys and then get kind of like resolve this day, essentially. But this is actually super fun. I like this a lot. This is gonna go up as a let's try. If you want me to do Sho's story, I can, because this is fun enough to do it. I'm also super excited for this to come out in general, because it's quite fun and it's like well written, which is important in these games. And the art style's nice and all that stuff. And plus it's a funny premise. But yeah, so I'm gonna link the itch.io, the anything else that is linked on the itch.io site, so like maybe their Twitter or something. If they have it posted, I actually didn't check. Actually, I could check right now. What am I talking about? I can link their. Yeah, I can link their. I can link the Odd Lasdo Twitter. I will link the itch.io page if you would like to try this out as well. And yeah, this was a lot of fun actually. Saucy Suitors is a game to be on the lookout for. I'm for it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I see you next time. See ya.